everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today for another episode of What's Your Why Wednesday. Today, I am joined with Brian LaRuffa. He is the CEO at True Partner Mortgage. All right, Brian, most of us came into the mortgage industry by accident, but we stayed in the industry because it's tied to our personal and professional why. So Brian, please tell us, what is your why?
Well, that's a loaded question because I came into it by accident as well, but we'll skip over that. My why is I have 4 boys. That's my why, you know. They don't understand what I do every day. They, God bless them, are interested in what my day looks like, but they don't really understand it. But what I do is coming from a background of my parents being teachers, my
Okay.
sister being a teacher. Um, when I partnered with the right marketing group about 2.5 years ago, those are the only people I speak to. So I talk to teachers, I talk to first responders, I talk to those in the healthcare community.
Wow. So you figured out, now obviously your boys and your family are your why, and that's your fuel, right? That's your fuel. But you've
Sure.
decided that if you're going to be in this industry and have this impact, you're going to focus in your attention to the teachers and the first responders and all that. I love that. I love that you've tied your mission to the segment of people that you really want to help and really want to give them the education and make sure they're putting into the right loan programs and provided them with the best experience.
Yeah, and Laura, I don't want to be dishonest. So I know that I can speak to those people in the best way possible,
Right.
right? So yes, it will end up with them having the greatest results, but it's not completely selfless.
But isn't that what we all do? Even from a consumer side, take our side out of it,
Sure,
right?
sure.
You do business with people that you feel comfortable being in business with, whether you're the consumer side or whether you're the vendor side, right? So when you align yourself to someone that, like you said, you feel comfortable speaking with them, you understand them, right? You have something in common. Isn't that what everybody does, right? Is you mainly want to do business with someone you know, like, and trust, but also you can relate to and align to. So I don't think that's selfless. I actually think that's just human nature.
Sure. And Laura, you know how much I respect you. Um, I think that a lot of people don't look at that. I'm very proud of the fact that my company goes after the people that we understand, but I don't think that most people do that.
You're probably correct at that. I think you're right. But maybe that's part of their struggle,
Sure,
right?
of
Because if
course.
you recognize that,
And you've heard me talk.
yeah,
Like I understand the struggles between we make it so hard on ourselves,
I agree.
right? Like all you have to do is attach yourself to your ideals and your people and everything, and then go after that market segment.
I
That's all
agree.
you have to do.
And
There's nothing
Brian,
wrong with that.
but Brian, I think you just said something that a lot of people, when they're new to business, they think that they have to say yes to every client, or they have to do everything. But I think you learn as you mature in your business and in your capability that it's okay to say no to something that doesn't align, or if you're not the expert, or if that isn't your market, you don't have to be everything to everyone, right?
Right.
I love it. All right, next question. All right,
All right.
Brian, you've made a lot of impact in this world in many ways, but let's specifically speak of the mortgage industry. So, with being in the mortgage industry, we all have those stories, those special stories, those ones that kind of last forever of these memories. Brian, can you give us a story right now of a time where you realized the impact that you have with being in the mortgage industry?
Sure. Which one to bring up?
I know. And I love
so
hearing
there
this.
was there was one, um, and I don't really want to bring his name up. We can bring the last name up. But I did so much work, and at that point I didn't really understand, what I was doing for very little money. um, but I have worked, not just him, but I worked through plenty of clients that have taken 10 to 15 months to get funded. They're just a little bit outside the box. Their credit isn't quite right. Their income isn't quite right based on guidelines. I mean, they make more money than you and I combined. It's not even funny.
It's just not on paper.
But you can't show it, right? Um, and a lot of people will say those people don't need help, but they do. You know, um, and so I could care less about your timeline. I really could.
So
Um,
you realize
it-
that
so
when
if
other people maybe bail on those people or don't follow through with them because it is taking longer, you realize that those people need the help.
Yeah, because we have so many loans going through anyways.
Yeah,
Who cares?
right.
My favorite people, my very favorite clients take a year or more to get done.
Wow.
I love those people because that's me. It would take a long time to get me through a loan application because everything was bought in cash.
Right.
I've done a lot of good things, but financially, on paper, me and my wife together, who is in commercial real estate, um, would not qualify.
Right.
So I take great pride in helping those people out that don't quite fit in the black and white of you know of loans.
That makes
And
sense.
and I know exactly what to do to tell them to get there within 6 months, but that obviously is a lot of work. That's you know Most people don't want to do that, but I'll take them through it every single time. Every
I love that, because this goes back again to your first answer when you spoke about how you want to do business with people that you align with and that you understand. Once again, you understand that although you're financially secure and you're a very low risk, on paper, you wouldn't be able to qualify for the traditional
Yeah,
type of loan product. And therefore, you
absolutely.
relate to those people. I think that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, I do. And, um, uh, me and my wife take great pride in that because,
Yeah.
um, you know, we do things for like our employees never have to deal with that crap
Right.
ever. They're
Right.
paid
Right.
every
Right.
single time,
Of
and,
course.
and that makes me happy. It
That's
does.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, that kind of ties back into that why you keep doing it, right? That's part of something that gives you joy, that you're still continuing to not only, take care of your family, not only, be successful, but also have a team that you're taking care of, that they can trust you to take care of them, which is a big responsibility. We all know, right? We're in charge of these people's lives. It's a
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
responsibility.
And I understand, too. You have a much bigger company than I do.
Right, but it's
But
all it's all relative. It's all the same,
yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah.
it's all relative. So no matter what, we're taking care of people's lives. And that's right. And that
I,
and
I
that
I think at the end of the day, Laura, it's, you know, do you take care of yourself last? And if
always.
you do, then you've done a good job.
I totally agree. Giving to others will come back to you in more ways than you know, and you will always be
I
taken
know.
care of. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Always give to others first. That's right. All
yeah.
right. And that leaves me, this might be the answer to that question, what we just said.
All right.
So, Brian, what impact or legacy do you want to have on the world? What do you want to be remembered for? What's your legacy?
Both my parents were teachers, and so is my sister. And she's only 15 months younger than me. And when I look at my parents, I look at my sister, I look at everyone. I love the whole teaching model. So my legacy, um, I would love to impart some knowledge
Hmm,
on people that they didn't have before. That's it.
I love that. And that is lasting, right? That lingers on and makes people better
Hopefully,
forever.
yeah.
I love that. Well, you are truly doing great things within our industry and within your own personal family with those four boys. That in itself, is making the world a better place. We appreciate you sharing your why with all of us, and we wish you continued success. Take care, Brian.
Bye.